Hi, welcome to She Spice. Oprah Winfrey is seemingly quite possibly one of the most persuasive figures in Hollywood. Her notoriety as a news tycoon, giver, and connector of strong characters is obvious. Yet, what happens when this impact is turned against you? Today, we dig into John Legend's close-to-home record of how a misconception with Oprah nearly wrecked his vocation and why he needed to move quickly to save his future. Everything began when John Legend previously talked with Quincy Jones, a man he had appreciated and turned upward to for a really long time. For John, it was a dream materialized. However, what ought to have been a snapshot of energy transformed into one of the most startling censures of his vocation. Quincy Jones didn't mince words. He called Joan to communicate his disillusionment. Why? In light of the fact that Joan's representative had purportedly been getting down to business with, as a matter of fact, Oprah Winfrey, Quincy cautioned JN that souring a relationship with Oprah was a hazardous move. She could be unimaginably useful to his vocation. The principal first time I talked to Quincy Jones is him censoring me 'cause my representative was making a respectable attempt ball, with Oprah is arranging a thing called the Legends Ball, where she planned to respect all the dark ladies that made a big difference to her my office resembled. Concluded they planned to inquire for all that I would have done it for free, and Quincy hits me up like, man, you need to converse with your kin. You're wrecking your relationship with someone who is, club. Early could be useful in your vocation, and why like 'cause you attempting to get some extra cash and not ponder the large picture. And I was so humiliated, man. There are times when you ought to play hardball, and there's different times when the open door is enough, where you try not to have to get compensated cash for it, or you don't require something, consequently the opportunity is sufficient, right? Fortunately, Jones' vocation stayed sound in light of the fact that he rushed to apologize to Oprah if Oprah had without a doubt complained the results might have been horrendous for his vocation with her associations. And in fact, Oprah has the ability to open or close entryways in Hollywood. Like no other person, luckily, John acted quickly. He was sorry to Oprah and even gave her Blossom too. Set things right, he consented to sing at Oprah's Legends Ball, an occasion she had welcomed him to his speedy activity, guaranteed his profession stayed on target, yet this episode fills in as an obvious sign of exactly how delicate superstar connections can be. And it was known as a Legends Ball also. I was this spick-and-span craftsman named John Legend. Thus she resembled I should welcome John Legend to come sing. I had normal individuals was out, and also, she believed that me should come sing what's more yet, some way or another, it got to someone at my organization, and they began playing hardball, ooho Oprah ooho, and got me an inconvenience sincerely, with Quincy truly with Quincy, and Oprah so. Quincy is great companions with Oprah, and some way or another they should have been hanging out together, and she was like, John Lee's individuals attempted to play hardball with me, and I needed him to come sing at this occasion, thus Quincy hits me up. I never met him, won't ever talk to him before, just barely admired him furthermore. Been roused of by him for my whole, adolescence and youth. Growing up, and my most memorable time conversing with him was him letting me know, John, you want to, check your individuals. And that was your most memorable experience with us. That was my most memorable experience with him. Thus I presented to Oprah a few blossoms, what's more. We kissed him, made up, and I came and sang at the occasion, and we are in general great presently yet. This wasn't the main tempest preparing in John Legend's reality. He's too been vocal about his hatred for Shay Diddy Combs, who was captured back in September for sex dealing with an interview John concept. Diddy was frightened by Diddy's activities. His solid position has added one more layer of intricacy to his connections in Hollywood, particularly taking into account Oprah's supposed closeness with Diddy. In the past, the maltreatment of ladies' homegrown accompliceness use it should be truly dealt with once, what's more, for all and not cleared under the cover, as it has been for such a long time. We should simply say in your industry anyway. You realize I was astonished by the charges that I caught wind of Mr. Cole's, and of course stunned by the video proof that was delivered after that. However, I was stunned by the depictions that I perused before the video proof came out, and totally is something that should be exposed. When it happens, he was alarmed, no doubt, dogmas about the claims of Mr. Combs. It's presently is Mr. Combs. That is, first it was Puff Daddy, and afterward it was Puff, and afterward Diddy and presently Mr. Comes I think about while you're dealing also. Alting little kids, you lose your rap name. Supposedly, obviously, right? And that is not all. Claims have surfaced that it was likewise involved to propose that Oprah is in similar circles as Diddy Ali Carter, one of the casualties who documented a report with the FBI, which guarantees that Oprah herself was embroiled in these awful exercises. Ellie Carter additionally let us know that she had actual proof against Diddy and some of these different Veeps, and she took an image of this, likewise showing evidence that she turned in actual proof I was at a Diddy party. I was one of the party leans toward, however, I let you know no one tells on Maria Z. I did that meeting in 2021, 7 months back. We ensured I definitely knew that Diddy and Oprah were going to get captured. I definitely knew that 7 or 8 months back, we proceeded to ensure there were sworn archives. We have them. When we went to Colorado for the A to Z occasion, we had a ton of legitimate proof that we made sure we previously had on the grounds, that we knew a rundown of individuals were going to get got. You can't run for that long. I'm simply stunned we are finally seeing the day. Do you comprehend that their music is their journal? This multitude of rappers, they're telling you everything that they did. The music they're saying, it's letting you know what they did. The statue and the craftsmanship are an impression of life. I got an impression of life for you. How about we be clear, you government examiners? You have a video reconnaissance from Diddy's home from back in 2008. Looking at that 2008-2010 fan, you'll track down her video. There you need to send it over. She'll say, no doubt that is me. Partner Carter likewise made a video, as of late talking a bit about the Diddy party public view of Oprah, has been further convoluted by allegations from other big names. Michael Jackson's and Dave Chappelle's fans have long censored her treatment of the two legends. Chaka Khan even shared her own negative experience, and Bill Burr likewise made an appearance on Oprah, scrutinizing her for what he portrayed as a holier-than-thou disposition during interviews. Bill let it all out, saying that Oprah's meeting style frequently appears to be bombastic and deigning. I didn't think Spear owed anyone. He did nothing to me. You understand how he helped me? He raised $500 million for disease research. That is what that untruth did. Definitely was extraordinary, all right, and everyone had the groups on recollect the groups. Sure, right on last that. Shut out the sun. Right, you realize it wasn't to shut out the malignant growth definitely now. The situation was irritating also. I had how Oprah was meeting him and it was stunned to carry on like that this person would do this like she's been in the big time for a considerable length of time, and she can't generally care for understand some fellow taking the necessary steps to get to a higher level. Didn't she for the first 5 years have like dwarfs who needed to bang their postal workers' beau? And what's more, she would have rather not done it. She didn't believe that should do make it happen. However, she didn't have the ability to say no. So she worked it out, and then when she could go with a decent choice. She did a show, however she remained on the tops of those little individuals for a long time. Until she got in afterward, she's staying there opposite this person. Like so, how might you at any point know precisely exact thing he's doing, and afterward? There's Puma Wright, one more frank pundit of Oprah. Puma has reprimanded OA as well as her tutor Maya Angelou, adding to the number of voices. Scrutinizing Oprah's heritage is profoundly involved and has been so for quite a long time. This is a lady does dislike youngsters regardless of what she tells you. And think about what it checks out to me since her guide could have done without kids. Either truth her guide didn't indeed. Even have faith in youth. You know who a tutor. Subscribe She Spies for more videos.